although the projects can be, uh, you may hear a lot of horror stories growing up, but it made a lot of people strong and push people to great excellence. You know what I'm saying? That hardship, that hard living, that not having, you know, both parents in the house and the trials and tribulations of the hood, learning as you go along, it made a lot of people successful, and a lot of people get to escape that way of living. And a lot of us that grew up like that, fortunately, was blessed enough to get in a situation to where our kids didn't have to have that experience. And if you did that, if you came from the cheese, the peanut butters, the 5, 6 people in the 2 bedroom apartment, even more people in the 2 bedroom apartment or less, and you were able to give your kids their own bedroom when you got older outside of public housing, and for y'all that did a little bit extra and put your kids in private school, and for those who did a little bit extra and put your kids through college and got to see them graduate, and you came from that humble beginning, I tip my hat to you all. I tip my hat to you all. Whether you're a single father, a single female, or high school sweethearts and that got married young and probably still together, or y'all broke up, but y'all raised y'all kids and y'all kids live better than what you did when you were their age, and they in a better position than you were. Tip my hat to you. You did good. Even though your relationship may not have worked out with the mother or the father, but your kid is now doing something that you're proud of, and you came from dirt. You came from nothing. You may not still be educated fully, and your kid might have more of an education than you do. You did great. So even if you're struggling right now, which a lot of people are, don't feel defeated because life ain't over. You still got time as long as your eyes is open and your heart is beating. But if you got to the point now where you in your 50s, your 40s, and your kids is in their early 20s, and they got to experience college and all this other stuff, and you came from nothing. You didn't go to college. Your parents couldn't pay for college. Or you put yourself through college, whether you were stripping, whatever it was, hustling, whatever it may be. But your kids did not live the way that you lived in the projects with the roaches and the government cheese, and they grew up better than you did. And I don't care if your kids don't even goddamn talk to you right now, or y'all at odds, or they ain't letting you see your grandchildren, or whatever it may be, because a lot of y'all go through that. Know that you did right by them. Long as you gave them a life better than what you had, you should feel no guilt. You should feel no pain. You should feel, especially if they gone and on their own already. Your job was done. And even if you're still in the stage of getting to put your kid in high school, if you just a person that came from the mud like we did, and now you got your own place in a better neighborhood, or you just a person, you can be in public housing. It don't matter. But you're not living under your mother's roof no more. You got your kids, you got your own room, your kids got their own room. Be proud of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Be proud of that. That's something to be proud of. That's something to be proud of. If you got Section 8 and you in your own place now and you not living with your mother, it don't matter that you got Section 8 because that shit is a start. It don't matter that you on welfare because that shit is help. Some of these people out here, they have so much pride that they don't ask people for help. The government giving you assistance is help. For all the years that you worked, for all the years that your parents worked, Social Security, this, that, and the other, don't sit there and let your kids go hungry because you got too much pride to go down to the government office, or you don't want nobody to see you in the welfare office and you struggling when you could get a couple of $100 in food from them a month and a couple of $100 in cash a month. Use that shit. Use it. You lost your job, you struggling, but your pride is telling you, I'm not going to the welfare office because you don't want somebody to see you there. Don't be foolish. That's exactly what that shit is there for. And I know it's somebody right now who watching me that's like, Choke, who told Choke my business? Who told Choke I ain't want to go to the goddamn welfare office? No, I've been there. We all been there. A lot of us have pride and we don't want. There's some of y'all right now that need help. And you know somebody right now that can help you. But you don't want to call them because you too ashamed to call and ask because you down and out and you don't want them to see you down and out. A lot of people can't read people's minds. Nobody can read nobody's mind. Some people might could read your energy and it may feel like something may be wrong with you, but they're not knowing what you're thinking. Some people might have the gift to know what you're thinking. But if you are going through a rough time right now and you know that there's someone that can help you and you might not want to ask them because you asked them before. Don't be the person that fucking drive your kids into the water or commit suicide or commit murder and suicide because you don't want your kids to struggle and you want to take them out. Like we see these situations on the news because people aren't strong enough to deal with the struggle. I'm saying if that is you, if you that person and you and you in that place, don't be afraid to call people that you know that may help you or that may not help you because they might know somebody that can help you. But don't hurt your children. Don't hurt yourself. Don't let the kids go hungry because of your pride that you don't want to ask your neighbor, could they loan you some food? I don't know what's making me say this stuff, but I don't know. It's just coming through me. Maybe God's using me as a vessel to say this for somebody to hear it. because I don't even know why I'm saying it, but I'm reminiscing on times when I was growing up and there wasn't nothing in the refrigerator, and I could go downstairs to the 11th floor to the rest in peace. Uh, One of my mother's friends named Jackie. Whatever they had in the refrigerator, and she had 3 kids, maybe 4, 5, when her sister passed, all living in the 2-bedroom apartment. Well, we shared food. If we didn't have eggs, we'd go down there and ask to borrow some. And if they had extra, they give it. Shit, if our bathroom was being occupied, we went and used theirs and vice versa. Um, but food is something that we shared as a community because we all were struggling. You know what I'm saying? We all were struggling. And I ain't ashamed to say it that we borrow food from our neighbors. It's part of who I am. You know what I'm saying? So don't I'm just saying this because I know we in a time where it's a lot of people struggling and going through shit. And a lot of people that lost a lot of people and they close to them and don't have a lot of people like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have people like that, get on the internet, look at programs. There's programs where you could go and pick up food for free. There's churches, all types of stuff. Like I said, I don't know why I'm saying this. I think somebody needs to hear this. I don't know how the F I got here, but I'm not saying call me like I'm going to solve your problems. It's just that this is the gospel that just needs to be said, or I don't know why I'm saying it, but it's somebody somewhere that is listening to this, and they probably going like, damn, Choke is right, and they probably going to make a phone call when I get an offer right now. They probably made a phone call, and they're going to reach out to somebody and say, yo, I need some help, and they're going to get it. God is just going to bless them just from watching this and just for encouraging them to make the phone call. They're probably going to get more than what they asked for. Now that I'm finished preaching, and if you feel me what I'm saying, say amen. Amen. All right. If you feel the preaching,